Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And they will not get a chance to first carry for Derrick Henry. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Mariota gives to Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a...
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On second down, here's Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Vikings coming out here again to take over on offense. And this is a crew, obviously, that was so close, Charles, to becoming the first-ever team to play a Super Bowl in their own stadium. So disappointment in that last game against Philly. But overall, I think they've got to be pretty pleased with the season.
They have to be because they put it all together. Won the NFC North. How about that win over the Saints in the divisional round? I mean, I don't know that they'll ever top that in terms of getting something done late in the game, especially with what was on the line. They do get Dalvin Cook back. Back next year. I think they'd still like to have a little more speed at wide receiver, but all in all, this team comes back pretty well intact and will be a force for a while.
Yeah, that defense is pretty set.
Very much so. I mean, try and move the ball against their front and then try and throw it against Xavier Rhodes. Good luck to you.
First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They go play action here on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A nice gain at 21 yards. That's not only Adam Thielen, that's the Pro Bowler Adam Thielen, who had 91 catches this year and over 1,200 yards, a career high.
We always look for great stories when we do games. Is there a better one this season than Adam Thielen in terms of where he came from to make a Pro Bowl roster as a receiver for the Minnesota Vikings? Lightly recruited out of high school, ends up at Mankato State, which is now known as Minnesota State Mankato. Undrafted, goes to a rookie free agent tryout camp, hangs around, makes the practice squad. First, he's a special teams guy, and now he's one of the better receivers in the league. I think it's one of the best stories I've heard in 2017 NFL.
On the carry, it's Cook, and he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The play clock's running down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back to the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
A first down carry for Henry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Mariota now on 2nd down. Incomplete to the tight end Walker, right side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. Mariota on 1st down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. 53 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis. Some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. And on 2nd and 10 now. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. And Matthews has it right side. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 1st and 10, Keenum. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hurry up, hurry up.
First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Off the play fake, Keenum. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory. And that one results in 35 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A toss to Cook. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be taken down as that. Will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Defense showing blitz.
Set. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit. Over.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Throw with Keenum. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Give. This is Cook. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier. Was bidding for a 2nd. Keenum now to throw. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And Forbath will put this one through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
Mariota to throw it. And he locates Walker, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. First down throw for Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 30. A completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down, Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 45 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now here's Suckabout to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And out now come the Vikings. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Trying for right, and it's intercepted. LaShawn Sims with the INT, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And that'll be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd down following the incompletion. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third down and 5. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. A play fake to Murray. Now Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Aho. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Over the middle to Smith. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Henry running right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
To throw is Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And some room to roam now. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Titans. 54 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jurrell Casey in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. It's Keenum here off the bootleg. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From his goal line here, Keenum. And he's out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Keenum on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Let's go.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Screen play, McKinnon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. Tim Carey now for Derrick Henry. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A second down throw here for Mariota. To Decker over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Terrence Newman with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Detroit. Hurry up, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Here we go now. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Keenum. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Again, it's Henry. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Mariota. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Derek Morgan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. And my goodness, another interception. It's picked off by Bryce McCain. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Mariota now on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. There he goes left side. Touchdown Titans. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Mariota. And Davis with it left side. Give him 30 yards there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And a busy night for Henry continues. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On third down, Mariota. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Daquan Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 3-19.
A shotgun snap for Keenum. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And the D looking like they may blitz. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Now Keenum. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Keenum. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He dumps it off for Henry. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. A give to Henry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And that'll be good for a Tennessee first. Well, kind of interesting for sure. It worked out for them. They only had a yard to go. You know, when you do that fake punt, you're kind of starting back further than you need to when you only have 1 yard.
Yeah, and I guess they felt like that was a true full fake because most of the time with a yard to go, you leave your offense on the field, you run something from your playbook. But here, they gave the full impression they were going to punt it away and picked up the first down. They definitely surprised us.
I was going to say, surprise, surprise. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Throwing is Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the penalty, it's Henry. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
To throw is Mariota. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to fourth down. So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. This for a fourth-quarter lead. And this is no good. Oh, by a matter of inches, he missed it wide to the right.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Oh, look at the juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19. What's in that 40? Detroit! Detroit!
From the 50, it's Keenum. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it'll be a Minnesota first down.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Play clock winding down. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
They run again on first down. Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Here we go.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Set. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working from the gun, Keenum. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Sylvester Williams in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
10 yards still left on second down. Back to throw. Goes underneath for Henry. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well and end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. Steelers running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. That'll bring up second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock. I'm
worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Desperation time. Mariota on fourth down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They run. Cook. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Again, it's Cook. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.